What's going on, YouTube? KEMMO here. Today I am joined for an interview with Aaron Doolittle, a Northeast Sportsman driver. Aaron, welcome today for an interview. How about you start by introducing yourself to all of our fans?
All right, thank you for having me. My name is Aaron Doolittle. I drive Northeast Sportsman Modifieds. I live in New York. Race all across New York, PA, Jersey. Do a little traveling down south as well.
All right, awesome. So, guys, he's going to be with us today. He's going to answer a lot of your questions so we can get to know a lot more about him, connect with him more on social media, which we will plug at the end. So, our first question comes from the Super Squad on Twitter. He wants to know, how did you get into racing?
I started off racing motocross when I was 7 years old. My stepfather was big into motocross, and he got me into motocross. So that's where I started in racing. And then my father, he was big into the car racing, and when I turned 15, he got me into a go kart, and then we got into the sportsman racing.
All right, awesome. And so, rolling into our next question, coming from Taz Taylor, TNT Network 61 on Twitter, he wants to know, what drivers did you idolize growing up as you moved up through those ranks?
Growing up, I definitely idolized Jeff Gordon. Like, he's my favorite driver, always was, still is. Even though he retired. Locally, my idol would have to be Tim Heinley. He he's a great mentor to me. Helps me out on at the track and in the garage, and he's just a great all around guy.
All right, any national dirt drivers or anybody like that who you aspire after?
Uh, I really like the way Christopher Bell drives. I mean, I know he's in NASCAR now, but he still runs dirt, and when he does, it's incredible to watch him race.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's always one to watch. And I could sort of see in your driving style a little bit too, looking back on some of the races that I've seen you do out there on YouTube and all the social medias, how similar you are to Christopher Bell and a lot of those guys that you mentioned. So pretty cool there. Scott Statman Boys from Twitter at WABIGAMA. He wants to know, what is your favorite racing moment that you've been involved in?
Uh, Probably my favorite racing moment would have to be my first night racing go karts. I actually led the entire feature and won, and it was honestly an incredible night.
Oh, awesome. Any moments you remember as a fan?
Uh, I gotta say, one of my favorite moments as a fan was watching Stuart Friesen park on the front stretch of Eastern States and sitting Indian style on the top of his roof in a little protest.
Oh yeah, like 2012, 2013, right when they told
Yeah,
him he wasn't the leader anymore.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I remember that one. Still one of the funny moments. I know they were just looking back on that on Fox a couple weeks ago before they rolled into the Orange County Centennial weekend. So a lot of you guys might not know that story, but it's up on the Fox NASCAR channel, so be sure to go and check it out. Luke Rakowski wants to know, throughout your career, what's your biggest racing accomplishment to date?
Probably this past season, being able to finish top 10 in points at Accord. It's something we really worked hard to do. Wasn't as easy as it sounds, losing a motor twice this year, and definitely was a very big accomplishment for me.
And from what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think one of the biggest things about that, you didn't actually run the full season out there, right?
No, I did not. I did not race the last 4 weeks, and I missed about three throughout the year due to motor problems.
And that's pretty cool. I mean, that just shows the drive that you put in when the races that you were in, and that's a credit to you, a credit to the team. So pretty cool there. Definitely a huge accomplishment for you. So definitely looking forward to seeing you move forward in the next couple seasons here at Accord and beyond. Rolling into that, I think this is a question I've had and a lot of people have. Has there ever been a time in your career where you can't stop thinking about what you could have done differently in that moment?
Uh, yeah, this past year, I actually was was leading the race, the feature, and I was leading for the first 18, 19 laps, and I missed my mark one lap and let a car get underneath me, and I just tried fighting back, couldn't fight back, and that's just been on my mind a lot.
Oh,
What I
yeah,
could have done differently, you know.
definitely. Yeah, I'm sure that one still stings.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Any other moments that you can think of going off of that?
Uh, Not really. That one's just really on my mind a lot.
Oh, I got you, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of opportunities as you go on to get that win back and get revenge on that track, park that car in victory lane. So
No, for sure.
that one still stings, I'm sure, though.
No, definitely.
Quotes to Sports wants to know on Twitter, moving forward, what would be your vision for 2020?
2020, I'm looking to do a lot more traveling, hitting different tracks that I haven't been to, venturing, a little further than I'm used to. Definitely am trying to move up to the small block class. Um, that's still up in the air for 2020, but that's definitely my goal for 2020.
Hmm. Any big races we could see you doing? I know we just finished up Super Dirt Week. Could we possibly see you do that next year?
That's definitely a plan. I would love to do that. I've never gotten the opportunity to race Super Dirt Week, but I definitely want to. I know in February we are planning to go down to Florida and race with Brett Deo's series down there. So that's definitely something new and interesting.
And that'll definitely be a stacked field down there as well. And I know going out through the season, you got the Fonda 200 weekend out of Fonda. That's a big one. Freedom of 76 weekend at my home track, Grandview Speedway. So a lot of great races out there. So hopefully we'll see you in those and beyond next season and working into 2020. Um, so rolling after that, what does your future look like with NASCAR Low Teams? Obviously you're one of our drivers. That's why we're here today. So what does your future look like with our organization moving forward?
It's looking pretty good. I'm very thankful for everything that Low Teams does for me. Jacob and Sharon, they've been great to me, helping me out. They definitely, if I need something, they make sure that I get it. They're very, very helpful on anything I need. Social media, you help me out a lot. And basically, it looks really good. Future looks really good with NASCAR Low Teams.
There we go. Always glad to hear that one. And so rolling off of that, how can you better yourself to stay on track? So what would be some series that in the future you would like to possibly run? Any big races? I know we sort of touched on a couple of them.
Uh, you know, Definitely running in the Super Dirt Car Series. That's my big goal as of right now. That's our major series in Northeast Dirt Mods, and I'd definitely like to start moving up small block, big block, running more. The short track Super Series. That's a big series now.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, I would love to be racing in the Super Dirt Car Series.
All right, awesome. And again, like you said, huge series in the Northeast, so we would definitely love to see you as a part of that series as well. So that was an interview with Aaron Doolittle, guys. Aaron, thank you so much for joining us today. How about you let us know your social medias where we can find you out on the internet?
Yeah, thanks for having me. You can find me on Twitter at Racing Aaron, Instagram at adoolittle12. I'm also on Facebook. My name Aaron Doolittle, and yeah, that's about it.
All right, be sure to check them out there, guys, for more updates from Aaron. For more updates from myself and NASCAR Low Teams, be sure to follow me on Twitter at KEMMO Cup Series, on Instagram at Real_KEMMO, and leave a like and subscribe below so you never miss a racing video. For more from NASCAR Low Teams, follow them on Twitter at Low_NASCAR, on Instagram at NASCAR Low Teams, and on the website at www.nascarlowteams.com. Once again, I want to thank Aaron for joining us today for this interview. More great interviews to come, so be sure to stay tuned, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and this has been KEMMO on YouTube with another video, and we'll see you in the next one.